Okay, so welcome to our session. Our session will be on Marketing Cloud and the Omni-Channel orchestration. So from an architectural point of view, some tips for you and for you who want to implement a Marketing Cloud project. Looking at the Omni-Channel from a journey builder perspective, there will be some tip and also a use case for you to understand the Omni-Channel approach and the capabilities that you have in Marketing Cloud. I want to start first from the title of our presentation, that is Don't Smell Like Teen Spirits, calling the Nirvana song. But also explaining one concept, and the concept is the traditional marketing right now is an old marketing. You have to go to the next steps, you have to approach the multi-channel, and as a next step, and as a further next step, approach the omni-channel. So providing something that is on different channels, engaging your customers with different channels, but also providing the same experience within the all different channels that you provide with your customer. I want to start with a sentence that is telling you that basically what is the main difference between omni-channel and multi-channel. But to do that, I want to start with a sort of difference between the traditional marketing, the multi-channel marketing, and the omni-channel marketing. As I said, multi-channel and omni-channel are basically the same, but behind it there is the culture of providing the kind of same engagement to your customers. That is nothing so difficult actually to implement and to provide, but on the contrary, it is able to give you a real result, real outcome. ROI is one of the many results that you can have. What is the difference between a traditional marketing and a multi-channel or omni-channel marketing? Well, the usual one is all the marketers right now also, they are working like in silos. Each marketer is providing result and is taking care only of his channel. For instance, the social marketers they need to provide results about the social marketing. Email marketers as well, or mobile marketers as well. Well, this is an old-fashioned way to think about the marketing. The marketing has to give an overall result, because right now there is no a unique channel for the customers to engage with you as a company. This is more a schema of all the pain points that you can have, that most of the companies still have, and how the omnichannel architecture can help. The first one is the blind send. Well, as I said before, working in silos doesn't help your company. The second one, that is, I think the most common one, is the most painful one, is to have fragmented data. Fragmented data means also that you are not sure that 3 records in your database are the same person, and the same person is telling you something that he or she wants to be engaged by you, for instance, with just mobile, because he or she is a mobile user only, and you keep engaging through email or through advertising, for instance, and this is something that they don't like, but you are able to understand it. I say the most common issue because as a consequence of having decades of working in silos or different databases, different systems connected, but connected, I would say, manually, this is a consequence of your data. And actually, our job is to change this approach and technically to change the data and to try to aggregate the data. Another common issue is the user experience. This is mostly for the omni-channel approach, and as a result of everything, the previous 3 reporting, well, the outcome of your campaigns are You can calculate, you can see the outcome of your campaigns, but actually you cannot see beyond what I was saying before. You cannot see that your customer wants to be engaged in a specific channel. How an omni-channel architecture can help you? Well, one by one, for blind set, first of all, the marketer's approach has to change a little bit, has to approach the multi-channel way of doing marketing, and with an omni-channel architecture, then you can do it, because you have always the same data for almost every channel. Second one, fragmented data, the most painful one, as I said. If you approach the architecture in the right way, then the matching and the merging of your data will be just a built-in functionality in Marketing Cloud. Third one is the user experience. Well, easy one, personalized content, but with the same set of data for every channel. It will help you a lot in delivering the same experience through the multi-channels. Reporting, as a consequence, again, having the same set of data, having the same key identifying you all, basically, you will be able to report, to check the outcome, and to see what I was mentioning before, the missing part, the real next step with the engagement, with your customers. Now, from the architectural point of view, there are 4 main topics. There are a lot more, but 4 main topics to start, at least. As you can see, the data is the first one, is the most important. You have always, this is just a simple sentence, identify the contact key. A quick brief on the contact key. The contact key is the unique key in Marketing Cloud. Well, when I say identify the contact key, there's a philosophy behind, there's an approach, and there's below the approach sometimes with some customers. We had the experience a couple of months ago with the customer having different systems and having different ID, and they were working in silos, and they didn't, I would say, care about the result of the others. Well, at the top management level, we delivered the message that something had to change, and with the help of the Salesforce CRM in this case, there was a sort of middleware between all the systems. We were able to identify a unique record, and we were able to, as I wrote there, identify the contact key. So have a unique reference of their customers. But it's not only that, there is, I think the most important thing is to define where the inconsistencies are, because it's there that you will experience duplicate records, that you will experience inconsistency of reporting, as I showed before. It's not only that this is the most important, but when you want to approach the mobile experience with your customers, so you want to engage the mobile application. Mobile application is something that is not so well defined in Marketing Cloud, at least in the documentation. You have to experience, you have to suffer with mobile application, and then you will get the outcome. Well, from our experience, we can say that for you is important with your future customers and your clients and your existing clients to identify with them what does it mean a registered user and what does it mean an anonymous user. Anonymous users are just visitors of the application. Sometimes they don't register, and so they keep being anonymous. And registered users are users with a login. Well, there are many ways to implement mobile in this way, but the most important concept behind is that registered users are and will be for sure the users that you are able to identify and to merge with your marketing database. Anonymous users are usually difficult to merge. A choice that you can do is to first of all, try to bring to Marketing Cloud only the registered users, so you have the full picture of your registered users. And so keeping out the anonymous users and try to engage them directly in the mobile application with in-app notification, basically. Another choice, and this is, let's say, a little bit more dangerous choice, but it will give you the outcome at the end, is try to try to push the anonymous users as well in Marketing Cloud, and then try to create automations. I don't know who among you is confident with Marketing Cloud. Automation Studio is like a data management tool inside Marketing Cloud. And so I was saying, push the anonymous users inside Marketing Cloud. They will lead to duplicates, for sure. This I can guarantee. But at least with the proper setting of automations, you can try whenever a device ID is a known device ID, whenever there is a set of data that are recorded in the mobile application and that are common with a registered user, try to link them. We did it in the past, it worked, the client was happy, and so I can guarantee there is a way to involve even the anonymous user and to get the result. Third one is the template, and basically is related to the user experience, to an omni-channel user experience. Keep an eye always, usually with the clients, there are many agencies, many external agencies working on different channels. This can be good, but can be also painful. The message to deliver to your clients is you have to engage those agencies or your departments, okay, and try to give a unique mock-up. Try to challenge them to deliver the same experience, but this has to be triggered client side. They have to be the leader of this message to the agencies. Last but not least, in this case, integration. Well, strong analysis of the data flows, a strong verification of the data availability, because you can have tables, you see the integration flow and the mapping, but then there is no data. This can be, in a way, optimized with the strong analysis and also an analysis of all the systems connected with the future, with the pros and cons of the systems connected, can lead you to a better integration of external systems with Marketing Cloud. Now, how Marketing Cloud can help you in that? I can tell you, once you achieve the first step, that is the architectural step, then it will be, well, to me, I can tell you honestly, it will be fun, because Marketing Cloud can give you really a lot of tools to interact with your customers, and having a unique view from the data point of view, from the technical point of view of your customers, can lead you to interact with the most common, are the yellow ones, the most common channels available in Marketing Cloud. I think there's no need even to explain those channels, but can lead you to go to the next step and go to the lower ones that are advertising, DMP, Google Analytics, and web. I quickly go to each one to explain you a little bit more about them. Well, Advertising Studio. Advertising Studio is not just an advertising window, a window to the advertising world from Marketing Cloud. Is a little bit more than that, because it's able to interact with Social Studio, so you are able to engage social users that you don't know at all, and you are able to push advertising on them based on their interest, based on their actual real interest through topic profiles. DMP now, and it will be delivered in April, there will be the direct connection with DMP. So the connection between Marketing Cloud and DMP will be not just with Advertising Studio, but will be directly with Journey Builder. So you will be able to share your first-party data with DMP from Marketing Cloud, build audiences based on what the web traffic, whatever, your analysis, and then retrieve back this audience to trigger a journey. I strongly suggest you to follow the session at 3 p.m. today, and it will be following this topic. It will be extending a lot this topic about Marketing Cloud and DMP. I will go to the next step, that is Google Analytics. Well, Google Analytics, to me, like in an easy way to explain, means being able to track the conversions. That is an easy concept, but it is really important for many clients. Well, Google Analytics with its integration with Marketing Cloud can, again, send you all the customers after a conversion. A conversion can mean a purchase or a web traffic in your website within a specific section, can mean everything. But what you can do is to trigger journeys, so trigger your marketing automation strategy through Google Analytics as a trigger, as a main driver. The web, and this will be mostly expanded in the future years from Salesforce, will lead you to interact directly with Marketing Cloud pages, with forms. So lead acquisition and nurturing will be, they are actually right now the main triggers for your marketing automation. Now I will leave the word to my colleague to explain you a use case with Omni-Channel with Journey Builder.
Okay, thanks Gigi. So now we have the knowledge about how to build an omni-channel strategy. Now it's time to see how it looks in a real scenario. So for that, this is the scenario. We are the Awesome Things company, has already launched a new product to the world through different channels like social networks, our websites, advertisement. So we want to try to get new leads to our company acquiring these products, and also try to analyze what is the social network or the channel who has more engaged with our clients. So for that, we built a target based on our current customers and also the new potential leads. So these are the different assets that you can choose or to build this journey in Marketing Cloud. At the top, you can see first the Advertisement Studio, Salesforce DMP, and Google Analytics 360. These three sources, let's say, can retrieve a lot of data, and this data can be managed in Marketing Cloud or an external tool. It depends the amount of information we have to manage. And then we can create a single table of data, that is the data extension, that we can use as entry source of the journey. Then, regarding the journey builder activities, there are a few that are by default. That is the one you can see below. First of all, the entry sources. That for this scenario, we choose the data extension, but also we have API events to create direct integration with different systems, like for example, an e-commerce. We also have the cloud pages that, for example, are used to use for create forms. Salesforce data, that is a native integration with the Salesforce CRM, and events that are based on trigger action. Then we have different flow controls that are basically will manage how the data flows in the journey. So we have wait activities. So for example, first we send an email, and then we wait for a specific period of time to let the customer to interact with the email. We have also decision split that are decisions that try to follow one path or another depending on any field or any action that occurs with the email. That is the case of engagement split. So for example, if someone opens the email, can follow one path, but if the customer didn't interact with the email, we can move it to another path. Also, we have instant split. That is, almost new in Marketing Cloud. That is the artificial intelligence that allow us to taking into account the different previous interactions of the customers with the emails can help us to suggest what is the best path to follow. Then we have the message here in green. So the native one in Marketing Cloud are push, SMS, email, but also we can use advertisement audience and also Chatify, for example. And then we can also interact with the different tables that are available in Marketing Cloud in order to update a field of the contact, create a new one, or also interact with Salesforce CRM. So here in blue, you can see the different activities. For this scenario, we choose task, opportunities, and campaign members. So then we will see how what happens with these activities in the journey. But also we can interact almost with all of the objects available in Salesforce CRM. So now we have the assets. So let's see how is the journey built. Okay, so here you can see how looks a journey in Marketing Cloud. So here, for me, the most important thing to keep in mind is that when you are building a data extension, the source of data, you have to try to have all the information that you are going to use in the journey in that data extension, in terms of performance and integrity of data. So imagine we activate the journey. So the people that is in the data extension go to the first step, that is the campaign member. So once these people is in this activity, a new campaign member will be created in the CRM. Then, based on the different data that we have of these clients, then we create a decision split. In this case, if we have the email address of this customer, then it follows the first path, and if not, it will follow the second. In this case, we create a task just to inform the people in charge of this kind of things to try to search the email address or another way to contact with this customer. Then, once we send the email, we wait 2 days to let this customer to interact with the email. And then we check if this person opened or not the email. In case of yes, well, first of all, in case of no, we will check if we have the mobile phone number in order to send an SMS. If this person opens the email, then we create an opportunity in Salesforce so that the people, again, in charge of this specific task will try to engage with this client to purchase the new product. And then we update one specific field of this data extension in order to flag that this customer already achieved the goal of this journey. So normally this activity is used to create flags in order to link one journey with another. So for example, this journey is just to engage new leads, but then we can link this journey to a lead nurturing journey with another specific thing. So that is one of the use case. So once we have all this information, of course, it's time to track the data, to create reports. And keeping all these things in mind, here are the main topics to keep in mind during the development of an omni-channel strategy. First of all, the system architecture. So here is very important to optimize the way the data flows between the different platforms. For example, Marketing Cloud normally retrieves the data from the Salesforce CRM. So if the CRM is not well developed, the information in Marketing Cloud will not be optimized. That is also regarded with the source of truth. Also, there are a lot of channels. The more channels you use doesn't mean that you will have more, you will earn more money. So basically, you have to find what are the logic channels that you have to use in your campaign. One of the most important things for me now is it's an iterative project, iterative process. So once you build, once you design, build, and launch the journey, it's time to retrieve the data, create reports, the tracking, and then optimize the journey again. So it's a live project. And also, measuring is one of the is related to that too. And finally, focus on the right strategy for your business. So it's common that companies try to use 100% of the tool, 100% of the channels, but in the real scenario, maybe you only need at least 60% of the things to improve your business. So I don't know if you want to add something else.
Oh no! Is the right, let's say, approach to save money, to make your clients save money, to design the right setup for your marketing cloud, and then to be able to measure your campaign strategy. Now, I think we are in time. So is the time for you to ask some question if you have some, and we are here to answer to any of your question, of course. Go ahead. Maybe the microphone.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Heidi Ramirez. I'm the CTO for K2 Partnering Solutions. We use Marketing Cloud. One of our new, I wouldn't say that new, but kind of challenges is data retention policies. Okay. Is there any way how we can manage that on Marketing Cloud or Omni-Channel?
Well, by default, I can tell you not really. The experience, in this case, the architectural experience, and also a good portion of also data experience in general can lead you to avoid the errors, the most common errors. If you ask me for a migration policy, I can tell you that first of all you have to have a look at the channels that you will use. First of all, at least in the short term, and then in the long term. Why? Because based on the channel you will require some specific data. Based on the channel that you will use, you will require specific additional data for the right segments. For instance, for the mobile, okay, mobile SMS, okay, mobile number, of course, with the right format, because there is also this constraint. But for the mobile application, if you have already device ID, system token, and so on, so all the technical details, these are the basic set of data that you have to put in, that you have to push in Marketing Cloud, and you have to push in, let's say, in the right place. This doesn't mean always to create a data extension that is the master customer data and put everything there. Technically speaking, Marketing Cloud has specific system data extensions that have to be respected. For instance, the mobile demographic or mobile push demographics, these are data extensions that have to be fed by you in a migration from a different system. Not only that, because I discussed only about mobile, there is something else, and is, for instance, the data for a multi-market or multi-country approach. They are really important. Sometimes, I would say most of the times, because I struggle every time with a company, with huge companies, to do that. They have the data and they want to approach the multi-market marketing, but they don't have the right data. So before starting a migration, double check. And this, if you remember, I said data availability. please make sure that you do the right analysis about the data availability with your clients, and why not push your clients to obtain the right data, or at least but advise them that you will be not able to run the proper multi-market campaigns because of that. This is, I hope to have answered to your question. Okay, fine. Any other question?
Hi. Is Marketing Cloud GDPR compliant?
Sorry?
Does Marketing Cloud manage or handles GDPR issues, or?
We manage it. This is a really interesting question. We experience a lot of small projects just to be GDPR compliant last year. As you may know, last year was the GDPR year. Actually, in terms of user consent, yes, absolutely. This is covered. In terms of user deletion, data deletion, I can tell you, not by default, this I can tell you, but we have a set of automations, and this always Automation Studio comes into the game because it helps you to manage your data in Marketing Cloud. We prepare a set of automations able to handle it. What does it mean? That in case, for instance, your client has a database that is not able, is able to delete the customer data on their side, but then is not able to push this data, this information to Marketing Cloud. Well, you have to be able to understand that you have missing data, but that the data set has changed, and you have to be able to delete the subscribers, okay, your contacts in Marketing Cloud. Again, also this to add technical details, deleting a contact in Marketing Cloud doesn't mean deleting only the subscriber. It means that you have to have a look at the contact list, that is the global database list of contacts, and look there and delete there the contacts first of all, then it will come by default all the other kind of deletions. But to answer to your question, partially yes, user consent, partially not, real data removal. If you don't have any other question, we have done some homework before coming, and these are common questions that the clients, when we do the first workshops, used to ask. And please feel free to vote the best question for you, and we can answer. I'm honest, we didn't prepare the answer, so we will go wild. Which one is for you among all these five I would say the most unanswered question from the documentation, or from your experience, from experience of other colleagues? For you, for instance, which one is it? Let's say the most difficult to answer question. Go ahead.
I would say, which channel should I add in my strategy?
Oh, well, absolutely. To answer this question, well, there is no one answer to this question, of course, but I can tell you how we approach this kind of conversation with our clients. Actually, there are clients, for instance, we come from Switzerland, we work in Switzerland, and Switzerland means for everyone worldwide luxury brands. Luxury brands, they are super proud of themselves, and at the same time they want to go and experience the most amazing omni-channel strategy and experience with for the customers. Well, actually it's not true, they don't need it, really they don't need it. And our conversation with them is, okay, what's the average age of your clients? Do they come and show you what they saw in the boutique, what they saw on the internet via the mobile phone, or do they, I don't know, interact with papers? Tell us, answer based on your experience, and based on that, you should build your approach and you should list the channels that you want to use. Quick example with a Swiss client, the average client age is almost 50. Okay, they are crazily expensive. The products are crazily expensive. That's why, I guess, they wanted to go with a new mobile application experience for their clients. But at the end, they discover, and this is thanks to the conversation that we had at the beginning, they discovered that actually a mobile application, even if they were willing to promote the mobile application with the download in the events, was at the end not effective at all. So we say, okay, let's go step by step. If you want to go with the mobile application, we can go, but we will not go with a crazy mobile experience with your clients. Why? Because you will invest, I don't know, I would say 150,000, okay? And you will not get anything more than some user that will be super happy with you. That's it. Try to invest on advertising. Why? Because now 50 years old means they are on social networks. Sorry? Exactly. But in any case, they go to Google, they go to YouTube, because this is the usual experience right now, and they can see your advertising. And they can be, I mean, I have in mind my father's experience with the social networks and Google's. He's able to click everywhere, and he's able to catch all the viruses worldwide. So with the same kind of experience, they can be attracted by your advertising, and they can click. But probably they will not go with the or download in the app. At the same time, with an e-commerce client, really a fashion retailer, they wanted to implement like a minimum valuable product, the email campaign. And we say, why? Your 72% of your customers are on the mobile app. Okay, you have to invest your money in mobile. You have to invest your money going with the tracking of your traffic in the mobile application, with predictive intelligence in your mobile application. This is the way you can have a quick win. First of all, quick win means in 3-4 months. Okay, and then you can start thinking about expanding your strategy. Managing even in-app notification with a bidirectional API call approach from your mobile application. This is the way. I think a consultant should help the clients. Hope to have answer. Okay. Any other question? Is 3, 2, 1. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.